Hey kiddies, it's Terrible Triple Feature time once again. In regards to last week, the Natalie Portman, Mila Kunis casual sex sandwich, no one's gotten back to me yet. Guys, come on. I'm ready for your reviews. This week we have a much happier triple feature. When you think of musicals or musical numbers in films, what is the greatest prop or item you can have to really evoke the emotion and jubilance of music and dance? That's right, bowling balls. This week we're going to look at musical numbers with bowling balls. Our our menu includes Across the Universe, The Big Lebowski, and Grease 2. Across the Universe is Julie Taymor's very respectable attempt to make a musical out of the Beatles music library. I love Julie Taymor. I think Titus is one of the greatest things ever. I think the movie works more than it doesn't work, but it's hard to turn pop musics into a coherent musical narrative. But most of the time it works. One of the more amusing times is when our main character, Jude, played by Jim Sturgis, realizes that he's fallen completely head over heels in love with Lucy, played by Evan Rachel Wood, in a bowling alley. And as such, as is a recurring motif in the film, people just start dancing. Jude is singing the Beatles song I Just Saw a Face, and all of a sudden, seemingly mundane things turn into a big Broadway-esque musical. And it's fun. They incorporate a lot of the lanes, the lights, and everything. I really liked it. I think it's one of the better parts of the film. We're rating this, the order of the films is in escalating sexual metaphor and or bowling specificity. And this one, it's very, very Paul McCartney in its sweetness and just very young boy meets girl-esque. And honestly, the moment doesn't have to be in a bowling alley, it just happens to be in a bowling alley. But since that's our theme, it works. But it doesn't really have to do it. So that's why this is on the bottom of our scale. It's not really a judgment on the film itself. Next up, we have the Coen brothers' Big Lebowski, which, guys, really is just one of the greatest things ever committed to film. About 3/4 of the way through the film, Jeff Bridges, the dude, has been slipped a Mickey and falls into a deep hallucinogenic sleep that incorporates all sorts of motifs and items from the film up to that point in his dream sequence entitled Gutter Balls. And this one, it's very specifically about bowling because the dude loves the bowl. Dude basically needs three things in life. He needs a good bowling lane, even though, if you notice, the dude never actually bowls in the film. His rug, and, nice steady supply of weed. The gutter ball sequence is really just hilarious because it comes completely out of nowhere. I mean, I know he's asleep, so it's a dream. Anything can happen, but there's been nothing to really prepare you for Kenny Rogers and First Editions. Just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. They go for broke. I mean, it is a full-on, just insane musical number. The dude is dancing around. Maud looks like Brumhilda from the Ring Cycle. There are all these women in bowling pin outfits, and it's insane and it's crazy. And they do in fact dance with a bowling ball, so it is really awesome. It's highly sexual because it's a musical number / porno parody, because the dude had seen a porno with Carl Hungus, one of the people that are threatening him. And he incorporates it. He is a nondescript technician come to service Maud Lebowski, played by Julianne Moore, in Brumhilda outfit with, bowling ball bra. and it's just all sexual imagery and horribleness, and also really goddamn funny. So if you're like that one person that hasn't seen The Big Lebowski, see it, not just for the bowling ball dance number, but for the rest of the film. Finally, we have Grease 2, with the big number gonna score tonight, which has two meanings. It means the score at the bowling, but it also means, scoring with your lady. And if there's somebody that epitomizes scoring, casual sex, and just staunch virility better than Adrian Zemed in a bowling shirt, I don't know who it is. But it's a very catchy number, and it's all about bowling and sex for like 4 minutes. And they're dancing around the bowling alley. Everybody's in bowling outfits, like matching team bowling shirts and everything, and Adrian Zemed is sliding up and down the lane. And that's right, that is Michelle Pfeiffer in the background. This was not her big number. Her big number is Cool Rider and a couple other numbers later. But it's really a lot of fun. Actually, the whole movie was a lot of fun. I was not expecting that. And it's all about bowling. It's very specifically about bowling and sex. And honestly, I think this is an avenue that film and other pop culture hasn't really explored enough. The deep connection between sex and bowling. I know I've always seen it, and I've been lucky enough to experience. If you haven't incorporated bowling play with your significant other, I highly recommend it. Ease them into it. Start with the bowling, but then work up into musical numbers. I don't know, what are you looking at me for sex advice for? You come to me for movie advice, and how good has that worked out for you guys?